What's going on, guys? Jay the Black Kill, to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about this tweet that went viral. Now, there's a couple of different posts that are posting about this. I haven't been able to really verify, but I want to speak on it because it's trending. It's Megan Thee Stallion, it's Klay Thompson, and there's some things going on here. There's some games being played behind the scenes, and I think those games are being played by Roc Nation. And that's just my opinion. I have no proof to really verify that, but all of a sudden now this report comes in from the Daily Mail about people connected to Klay Thompson speaking about how she was loud and ghetto and he was over the ghetto-ness, according to this tweeter. This page here says Klay allegedly said Megan Thee Stallion battled paranoia stemming from the Tory Lanez incident and wouldn't shut up about Tory Lanez. I could definitely see that being true, because she's I could definitely see that being true. She's paranoid because of the guilt. That's what guilt does to you. Why would you be paranoid if you felt like you did the right thing and making sure that Tory Lanez was arrested and put in jail? Or I would say put in jail because you testified against him. If you felt like you did the right thing and you got justice, why would you feel paranoia? That's not paranoia, that's guilt. That's what guilt does. She has paranoia that people are going to find out the truth about it. Klay allegedly was annoyed when Megan Thee Stallion would record and post their dates because he's a private person who doesn't post a lot. He felt like he couldn't live a normal life due to Megan Thee Stallion always having security and an entourage of people around her. He also felt abandoned because he always showed up to support Megan Thee Stallion, but when he was off for the summer, she was nowhere to be found. That's very interesting, because you would feel like they were around each other a lot, but maybe it's all for show. Like we've seen all these pictures of them together, right? Y'all remember when she put out the pool picture of them together? That's when they first let everybody know that they're a couple. And then you have them when they do outings, they're together. Like I don't even think you've seen her act this way in her previous relationships, right? When she was dating, let's say Partisan Fontaine, right? They would be at events and things of that nature, but you never really saw them like you see her, very, trying to be more conservative in how her appearance is when she's with Klay, right? But meanwhile, Klay, according to this report, now we don't know if it's true, is tired of the ghetto-ness because he's not used to dating chicks like her. Like, if you look at this tweet, let's go back to this tweet. You see this video, that's him there with this video. Now, I thought this video was hilarious. She's yelling and singing and he just bobbing his head. And there were people who said there's nothing wrong with this video, right? But he's not shaking his head because he's enjoying. He's doing that to fit in because she's drawing attention to their table. So he's like, yeah, I'm gonna bob my head to this, and like I'm having fun. Look at the people behind them. Nobody else is. But Megan is drawing all the attention to herself, and he has to go along with it. This is what you call going along with the person next to you. Like, if the person next to you is clapping, you're gonna clap too, right? And that's what he's doing here. So I find it hilarious how, Megan's fans will point to this video and say, well, Klay was enjoying himself. Klay was just there trying to unwind and not be so uptight. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to show that, hey, she's enjoying herself. I'm enjoying myself too, but it just doesn't look natural. Nothing Megan Thee Stallion does is very natural because Megan Thee Stallion still has a lot of this Tory Lanez residue on her. People can say it's because the state forced her to testify against him. Because Roc Nation has pushed these narratives. Roc Nation could have made this situation go away. People keep blaming the state. They could have helped the situation and said, you know what, we don't want to pursue this. And the state wouldn't have pursued this. but they pursued it due to the help of Rock Nation. That's my opinion. I want no proof of it. Rock Nation, Jay-Z going on stage making fun of Tory Lanez and his father is proof of that. That Jay-Z holds a grudge for whatever reason towards Tory Lanez. And she's a part of that Rock Nation sphere. Now, apparently, the person who put out this report to the Daily Mail is someone who would get frequent reports from Rock Nation associates. I believe. I could be, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that she has some sort of connection. She was at another publication and then she left to go to the Daily Mail. But y'all want me to believe that this is Klay Thompson's doing? I don't think so. I don't think so. And let me tell you why I believe this. Did y'all hear about the DISS? The Megan Thee Stallion DISS? Did y'all hear about this back in late May? Megan Thee Stallion says deuces to cheaters on new verse that fans think is about Klay Thompson. Nobody talked about this like that. I heard about this. I was actually going to do a video, but I said, you know what? It's not that important. But then when this new information went public, I said, you know what? Why not combine the two? Because I think both of them come from the same source. It's my opinion. It's my opinion. She put out this, she dissed him in, I believe, a remix to Bossman D-Lo's new song, and nobody cared. And then all of a sudden, sources connected to Klay Thompson says this or that. Come on, people. Let's get into this article from Complex. Megan Thee Stallion is letting it all out on wax. Following her recent accusation that Klay Thompson cheated on her, fans think that the Houston hottie took a jab at the Dallas Mavericks player on Bossman D-Lo's new song Motion Party Remix. Now, this is what she said on here. Because I ain't going through no phones. That's stupid. That shit's stupid. If I catch an N-word cheating on me, it's deuces, she raps, adding, shit strict over here. I'm a rich bitch. Though he did thought he did his big one till he met the biggest. I think Megan thought she did her biggest on this disc and no one cared. No one cared. People talked about it for a day and then they moved on. Her music just holds no weight at all. No one cares. She can hop on a remix and no one cares. Right? And now all of a sudden you see this random Klay Thompson story. This is just, and the funny thing is there was a girl who was caught up in the middle who people were saying that Klay Thompson was cheating with. And Megan, instead of her being a woman and actually saying, you know, Lexi Brown isn't the one that she's speaking about. She said nothing. Klay Thompson, you trying to tell me that instead of Klay Thompson publicly stating I wasn't cheating with Lexi Brown, he said he would rather say that Megan Thee Stallion's Ghetto? Are you serious? And also that just shows you Megan, you know, she tried to claim that the reason why she testified against Tory Lanez is because, you know, it was something about, you know, women, right? But you have a woman who's caught in the middle of your drama and you say nothing. It could be because maybe Lexi is lying and she is a part of this because she did unfollow him and he unfollowed her. That's not a good sign. Her former podcast partner left her in the dust. I mean, that don't look good. So, but either way, this whole thing just screams of trying to get people to speak about her. But I just don't think that people care about her musically. I think that ship has sailed. That ship has sailed because, you know, this is why she tried to get in this relationship and tried to domesticate herself with Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson was going to be her way out. and it ended up falling apart because she's not built for a relationship, especially a private one. It has to be public because she needs the validation. And now, because they broke up, you remember she had to be the first one to tell everybody he was cheating. Then she does this remix, this Boss Man D-Lo remix, and tries to diss him, and it just fell flat. Now let's see, they got some comments here, some tweets here. Let's take a look at these tweets. The cheating line, I wonder, did she make the verse already and it was a different line, or she just said that ironically prior to her leaving you know who? Megan absolutely cleared her verse on Bossman D-Lo's motion party, dropping these bars right after her public breakup with Klay Thompson makes the message hit 10 times harder instead of staying caught up in the drama or playing detective with a partner's phone. They said some more, but I'm not going to it. I just find it funny how liberal women want monogamy. Monogamy is a patriarchal concept, whether y'all like patriarchy or not. You heifers claim you hate patriarchy, but you love the concepts that come from patriarchy. Listen, I don't know if Klay dropped any information or not. I just don't think it's his MO. Like, he doesn't do that. We know who does that. And apparently the person who wrote the article has connections to Megan's side. So I don't, unless she don't like Megan anymore, or she's an op of Rock Nation, I don't see why she should put this out here, because this screams of, I could be wrong. Y'all correct me. I don't know the woman who wrote the article. I believe it's a woman. Don't know her ethnicity, but this is just ghetto-ness. Like, black women don't talk like that. I'm just saying. Like, this is like, you know, non-black women talk about who's ghetto and who isn't. Right? I mean, black people, we call each other ghetto, or certain actions ghetto, right? But this is a weird headline, if it's true. But I just don't think it came from Klay. Now, I could be totally wrong, but I just don't think that Klay put anybody up to that article. Again, it could be fake, but it haven't been disproven. We know that it's in Rock Nation's DNA to leak things to the media. Every time, y'all notice this, every time nobody's talking about Megan, she brings up not her. Excuse me. Let me retract that. Not Megan, right? But Tory Lanez, out of the blue, you will hear Tory Lanez news out of nowhere. You like, Tory Lanez? Out of nowhere, you hear something about Tory Lanez. Then you got Megan Thee Stallion, who comes out and she'll either make a public appearance or she'll be promoting something. That is a trend that I've noticed ever since Tory Lanez went to prison, is that when no one's talking about her, a Tory Lanez story is going to randomly pop up in the media. I think she's used Tory Lanez for promo for the last couple of years. And she's going to do the same thing with Klay Thompson. He better be ready for it. She's going to use you for promo. She used this breakup to do this song that no one cared about, and now you're hearing this weird story. So let me know in the comment section. Really, me thoughts, like, video, share. Follow me on all my social media platforms, and I'll see y'all next one.